DJ. You know, you wrote and directed that film. So, please go back, give us your reflections of that process of getting the money to make get
Oh
the film
man.
made and everything, and also being able to stick to your creative guns on what you wanted to do with this project.
Yeah, yeah. LA DJ. It started with my brother having this concept because my brother is a DJ and he did start in the underground scene and then like delved into private parties and stuff like that in bar mitzvahs and you know and his uncle is because we're half siblings but so his uncle is a DJ as well. So the story of LA DJ is two brothers live in a small town in a trailer park and they dream of becoming famous club DJs, so they go to LA to try to break into the club scene and they wind up DJing bar mitzvahs.
Wow.
So my brother comes to me with this concept because, you know, at the time I had my music on the side, but I wasn't pursuing it with, you know, a fever like I am now. And he was like, I was just kind of, you know, relaxing and just having fun in between jobs. And he's like, dude, come on, man, let's go write this project. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it sounds fun. Sure, I'll do it. And, you know, I didn't really follow up with it. And then he called me one day and he's like, dude, I'm renting a hotel room for a weekend and I'm writing the script in one weekend.
And he did it.
And no, he goes, you're in or you're out.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, dude, I'm in. So I went with him and we literally like sat down, wrote out all the note cards, and then we started trying to like type the script up in like Microsoft Word. And we're like, this must be a better program. This is like the beginning of Google. This is like, what, like 7 years ago?
Right.
So Google's just around, so we're like Googling it, we're like, Final Draft, what's that? So we literally like took a lunch break, walked to the store, bought Final Draft, and then that weekend with like 27 Red Bulls each, we stayed up for like 3 days and wrote half the script. And then at the time, I started reading my first movie, which talked about first-time directors and their experiences and how they got their projects off the ground.
NYU, there was an NYU film student that wrote that
Yes.
book. I forgot. I did read that book.
So the
Kim
Coen
Pierce.
brothers are in there.
Yes.
And they talk about how they did Blood Simple and how they had Barry Sonnenfeld shoot the trailer and how they took the trailer around to people and showed it to them, and then that's how they raised the financing.
Right.
So we took that concept and we shot a short film with the old first act of the script because we had gone through so many rewrites. So we shot an 18-minute short film, premiered that, and used that to raise the financing for the film. And we sold the same way. Started an LLC, sold shares in the company. You know, you're allowed like, you know, 25 accredited investors or 25 unaccredited investors and as many accredited as you want, which basically means like anyone who makes over $1 million can, you know, invest $1.
Yeah. Right.
And you can have as many of those as you want, but only 25 people that don't make $1 million a year. So we raise the money with 25 people that don't make $1 million a year. But that's how we sold shares in the company, and we did that. And you know, it took us 5 years to do everything, from writing it, getting the draft, raising the financing, doing the film, editing it, which I learned Final Cut for the short film, and you know, did it on the feature. And you know, it was very grassroots. My brother and I drove the equipment to set every day, and then acted in the film all day. And then we were the first to get there and the last to leave every day for 25 days.
Right.
It was crazy, but it changed my life.
Wow. Why? And pretty much on how you push your music now, how you promote your music.
It changed my life in the sense of how hard I'm willing to work. I had never worked that hard in my entire life. I mean, I have a good work ethic, but that was like insane. I mean, that was like a 25 city tour. You know, that was like a month-long tour. And from that point forward, it just changed how I operated and how, you know, I approached my passions and the things that I wanted to do. And, you know, of course on the film, my now wife, DJ Colette, cameoed in it, and that's where I met her.
Wow.
So,
okay.
you know, changed my life in a lot of ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Next for Tom Nicholas, not just with your album, because we know, are you looking to do a tour to open up for somebody?
Yeah. If there's anyone out there watching this and you want my band to come and open up for you, we're down like a clown. Yeah, I got in June as well, I have a film that's coming out, Please Give,
Okay.
which just did a week in LA and New York.
In New York, right? And it's been
Yeah.
getting great reviews.
Yeah,
So
we did the Tribeca Film Festival,
Right,
and the
right,
press is eating it up, man. They're gushing over it.
Yes.
They're calling Nicole Holofcener, the director, the Jewish Woody Allen. You know, the humor of this press thing, I don't really understand. But you know, I mean, Woody Allen wasn't Jewish, right?
Yeah. And it's like, it's just funny, like.
I know.
This thing. Anyway.
I know the things that people say. So that film comes out in June in a wider release, probably in art house theaters across the country. And then, you know, part of my conspiracy sort of momentum, I played Abby Hoffman at the end of last year in the Chicago 8.
Okay.
So all about the trial, the famous trial of 1969. Orlando Jones plays Bobby Seale.
Oh, all right.
And then also I have a film that's a fantasy action horror film that I acted in, that I produced 2 years, I don't know.
Fantasy action horror film. Okay.
Yeah. It's been in post for like a year and a half,
Okay.
but it should hopefully start maybe coming out in the fall or something
What's
like
the name
that.
of that film?
It's called Fading of the Cries.
Okay. Great. So keeping busy both ways.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, touring and looking for bands to open up for.
I see you got your act, so definitely looking forward to hearing what selection do you want to play?
I'm gonna play Color Outside the Lines, which is track 3 on Heroes Are Human.